Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are still at the floor here, down second day of the PDAC in Toronto, and with me here is a new company, a shooting star here in the lithium sector, Lithium X, and Brian Paes-Braga, the founder, CEO of the company, will give us a short introduction. Brian, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
Yeah, great to have you here. Lithium X, what is the company about? What are you doing? Where are you working and located?
Sure, so Lithium X is a new listing on the Toronto Stock Exchange. We listed in November. Started trading around 40 cents. We just broke through $1 last week.
Oops.
Oopsies. On the news that we acquired a Argentine Solar for about 18% of our company. The Argentine Solar has had about $19 million spent on it in exploration and development, and it also has a pre-feasibility study on it back from 2011 that outlines about a $500 million net present value, producing around 15,000 tons a year. So we look forward to advancing that feasibility study and updating it to the marketplace in the next 6 months.
Okay, fantastic. Well, that was fast. Great. So you are working in Argentina only, or are there also other spots?
We started actually with an asset in Nevada, next to the only producing lithium mine in all of North America, run by Albemarle Corporation, which is about a $6 billion market cap company out of the United States. We were able to actually get the largest land position down in that play of about 15,000 acres, and we're looking to develop that this year as well and have an inferred resource out on that asset within the next 6 months as well.
Okay, wow, fantastic. Well, you are quite a young guy, I can say that, and I like it when young people really start companies and do something. How did you come to Lithium X? And how did you finance all that?
Yes, well, I'm backed by some very strong supporters. I'm definitely maybe the visionary behind it, but I've got Frank Justra, who's a very well-known financier. He owns around 10% of the company. Paul Matizik, who was the founder of Energy Metals, which sold for $1.8 billion in 2007. He was also the founder and CEO of Potash One, which sold for $434 million back in 2011. And he was also the founder and CEO of Lithium One, which he sold for $112 million back in 2012.
Okay.
So those two supporters have been just huge for a young guy like me getting started. And we're having a lot of fun, and we're building a lot of market cap as we do it.
Perfect. Yeah, I love to hear that. That's great. So let's dive into your company. You already pointed out some targets you want to achieve, but then let's be a bit more specific. First of all, lithium. For what is it used? Mostly, of course, we know e-mobility, we need battery technology. I think this is your main target, right? Your main market.
It is, yes. So the interesting part of lithium is that the main driver over the last 15 years has been consumer electronics. So your cell phone, your laptop, but what's really changed the game has been electric vehicles and now potential energy storage for batteries. So the lithium demand curve looks very, very strong. Goldman Sachs and Citigroup have some great pieces out showing the lithium demand curve shifting in a big way because of electric vehicles, what Tesla's working on, obviously what Volkswagen is now working on, what Daimler just announced, a big battery manufacturing facility in Europe. All these things are driving towards the demand side and making lithium price in turn move quite substantially. That lithium price, when we started the company, was around $5,000 a ton, and there's some quotes coming out from places in China that are almost $20,000 a ton.
Oops.
So it's been quite a strong mover in the commodity space, and we're lucky to be at the right time.
Yeah. What are the differences within lithium? Is lithium equal lithium, or do you have different qualities? Or do you need a specification for batteries, for example?
Yeah. So the battery manufacturers are very specific with the chemistry that they need. They want like 99.9% battery grade. What Lithium X is looking to do is actually provide a concentrate, 4 to 6%, and really let the guys that know the business well on the treatment side leave that to them, and then we can focus on what we're good at, and that's Frank Justra and Paul Matizik's background of exploration, development, and production.
Okay, great. Production, that's one of the keywords, of course, because that's all what we want to see with companies. You start, you find something, you want to produce.
Yes.
What is your time schedule? How much money will it cost? And I'm sure with those partners, you have already some ideas how you finance it, right?
We do have some ideas. We just announced the acquisition last week. We will be updating the marketplace on some of those things. I've got to be careful with disclosing that at this point, but we'll be updating the marketplace with press releases and proper material updates in the coming weeks.
Okay, great. Last question. When I hear Argentina, I love the country. I have been there 2003 by myself.
Yes.
It's a fantastic country. They had a change after the election, and I think now are getting more pro-mining. Is that correct?
From everything that we can see, absolutely. I spent about 2 weeks down there this last month in February, and Paul Matizik has a lot of experience down there. He's already sold one company, being Lithium One. He's also the CEO of another gold company that's actually actively working in Salta province, which is where our asset is. And he says it's the best he's seen in 7 years. And I think your viewers might be aware too that Argentina goes through these cycles, and it's just come out of a very tough 10 to 12 year cycle.
Absolutely, yeah.
But you're now seeing Macri negotiate with some of the bondholders, like Elliott Management. They're getting money back. That just was announced last week through Bloomberg. And you're seeing a real a push from Macri and from the leadership to make sure that Argentina is open to foreign capital again. And I believe we're right at the beginning of it. Again, we've been very lucky with the timing on that.
So you are like first movers in a great spot with, hopefully very good outlook in the future.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, super. What is money in the bank so far now?
We've got about $4 million in the bank. We've raised about $6 million so far. And our market cap's about $55 million today, trading around $1.20 Canadian a share.
Great. Super. Brian, thank you very much for that, and all the best, and I'm pretty sure we speak in the future more often.
Yes, big time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was Brian Paes-Braga, the founder and CEO of Lithium X, and you heard it, the company is quite brand new, I would say that, and already acquired 2 assets, and they are building constantly and rapidly on those assets, and they want to go in production, definitely. Argentina and Nevada, well, 2 spots. Nevada is top for mining, that's for sure. Argentina is coming back after the elections, and I think interesting company. Check it out. That was us from Vancouver. I wanted to say, no, Toronto. We are of course in Canada. Thank you very much. Bye bye.